So today's assignment wants you to continue to think about this concept of the Internet of Things that we introduced the other day, right? So all of these devices that are now A, connected to the Internet, and B, are able to collect and now share data to other devices, the Internet, another app, something like that, which are now creating this network of networks, a network of devices that could be able to really start to do some really smart things. All right. So, what I want you to do today is to try to look into what are some of the devices, what are some of the products that are out there in the market today that you would consider to be falling in this Internet of Things category. All right. So, I want you to go out and do a little bit of research today. And let's see what you can find out there that would be considered a smart product. Okay, I'll show you how to do this in a second, but I put together some information I'd like you to collect about each product. So, like, where did you get it from? What does it cost? What is it? What are some of its smart features? Explain to us a little bit about why is it smart? How is it smart? How does it fit into that category that video that we looked at describes? How does it collect data? How does it now share information? How could it be considered to be smart? Okay. And then I want you to try to tell us a little bit about your opinion about that product. I want you to rate it on a scale of A, B, or C. A, this is a game changer. B, all right, it's neat, but I'm not quite sure why it's revolutionary. Or C, all right, I guess it's smart, but I don't know why anyone would want that. And I want you to describe a little bit about your reasoning. Okay. Right. So what I've done first is I've just taken you and I've assigned you a category. I would like you to look for a product in your category. Okay. On the Hall of Fame assignment, we don't all stick to our category. So I would like you to look here. Right. So Jaden is going to look for kitchen-related products that would be smart products. Right. Kadera is going to look for wearables. Products that are meant to be worn on every day. Let's see. Steven is going to look for toys. Now, when I say toys, I specifically say not video game consoles. That's a separate discussion. But I want you to find other toys that could be labeled as smart toys. Okay, and you guys can all look at your different topics there. So I want you to, in your category, stick to your category and try to find me one product in that category that you would consider to be smart. Okay. The home assistance category here. So Sydney and Marina, you guys are in the Alexas and Google Homes and some of those types of things. Anyone who's in the smart home and home devices is really anything else that's not like a smart assistant, like an Alexa or I'm sorry, Amazon Echo or whatever that is. Right. If you have any questions about any of what category you're in or where you belong, throw a message in the private chat. Okay. What we're going to do now is I want to show you how you're going to get this information, how you're going to collect it all. Do whatever research you have to do. Search online, search for these things. I don't care if you Google kitchen smart products or whatever. You can find some stuff and find something you think you're interested in. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. And then you're going to come to the Google Slides presentation, which is linked below here in the assignment. Okay, and just like we did before, we are going to have all of us are going to work in the same presentation. Okay, you guys did really nicely on the Hall of Fame nominations and really only working on your slides. Okay, so we're going to try that one more time. Everyone, that's only 2 slides this time. 2 slides. And I've given you an example here. This is my product up here up front, and there are 2 slides. Okay. If you see, everyone has a blue slide that has your name on it, right, and a mainly white background slide that has your name on it. Okay, so there are only 2 slides you have to work on. Okay, on the first slide is really a little bit about the product. So if I look at I'll come back to my sample, but I'll look at the demo here, right? What's the name of the product and what category does it fall in? Give me a brief description of the product's features. What does it do? Why is it neat? Blah, blah, blah. Please take this out and put a picture of your product in there, and then try to get a price for it. Okay. On this slide, if you could also include a link to the page you got the information from, that'd be great. And then on the second page, you have a couple of things. First, what makes this device smart? Okay, and you can replace all of this text with some bullet points about why is it smart? How does it collect information and share information, and how is it connected to the internet, and why is it smarter than its, I'll say, its dumber component or its dumber counterpart? Okay. Then I'd like you to rate the product, so you can delete the ones you don't want to use. So if you're going to, if you're going to rate it an A product, you can just leave the A rating there, and vice versa. You could just delete the ones you're not using. And then, why do you rate it this way? Give me some thoughts about why you rated it that way. Okay, how is it? How could you see it? Being part of this smart category, or not? Why do you think it's not? Here's my sample. Right, so I had found this a couple of years ago, right when my nephew was born. This is the Mimo baby monitor. Right, so this is a smart wearable for a baby. All right, so this little turtle situation here is built into this onesie kimono thing they have here, and this is actually a really intelligent tracker. It collects all sorts of information about the baby. It's a sleep activity. How long is it sleeping for? It can tell the temperature of the child while it's sleeping. Its body position. Is it on its back? Is it on its side? Its stomach? Activity level. How active, moving around is it during the night? What's its sleep status? How long is it sleeping for, etc. Right. So these sensors on the kimono actually collect all that information. Okay, here's a link to where I found it, and it was retailing for $199.99, and it came with 3 onesies, a Bluetooth transmitter, that's a little turtle, a base station for charging, and all the cables that are related to it. So why is it smart? All of the data collects back to a smartphone app, so it can actually display real-time information to the parent. It can do reports and all that stuff, but the part that really intrigued me was the fact that it integrated and shared data with the Nest, the Google Nest series of products, like the Google cameras and the thermostat, the smart thermostat. If the Mimo sensed that the baby was overheating, it could actually cue the Nest thermostat to turn down the temperature in the baby's room. That's cool. Maybe the Nest cameras can also be integrated in the app to collect information and send information back to the parent, or alert the parent that the baby is moving or waking or restless, right? Based on visuals, right? So I gave it an A rating because I was impressed by the amount of data and statistics. It can actually be tracked in real time and be able to generate reports for a parent. And the ability to integrate with other systems in the house would be a really powerful thing in like the smart home setting, where now the clothes we're wearing are talking with the thermostat and are able to regulate the temperature in the house based on how warm the baby is. That's pretty awesome, and that's next level, I think, smart devices. Okay, so that's kind of a sample what I'm asking for. So find us a little bit of information about the product. Why is it smart? What's neat about it? Right? How does it fall into that smart definition, the Internet of Things definition that we gave in the video on our last class? All right, and then collect some information and put it into your slides. Okay, so it's really only 2 slides this time, and I gave you some templates here to work with. Okay, again, feel free to delete all of my nonsense here and put in your own information, just like I have done in the sample. Okay, and I'd love to talk about some of these things in one of our future classes.